It's your boy Zappa, Professor of Stages, and welcome back to Super Robot Wars Compact 3. I've gone back through and done things so that now we are on the path that I don't really want, but it's the path that we need to cover. This is what happens when you choose to decline Van's offer to go back to Isekai Escalonia World. Let us read what I have rewritten. I've also missed a little bit, but oops. We're here now. Bright agrees to help and they fight Drake. Marvel explains that Drake has aura battlers and Zoro fighter planes. With the squad's help, they should be able to handle their foes. Suddenly, Von's energy stone flashes, and he and Hitomi are quite gone. Bright hopes that they were sent off to the place they wanted to go. And already, immediately, I have typos. But that's why this is a work in progress. And I've accidentally turned on skill point. We have no skill points here. Meanwhile, at Drake's castle, Shozama has been summoned along with two others. Shot hopes he could have at least summoned one more, but it seems that Silky Mao is in pain. Drake tells him to stop for now. Burnings is assigned the task of handling these recruits, but suddenly he spies a Ferrario. It's Chan, spying on them. Chan barely escapes, but the whole encounter leaves Sho properly wondering where he is. Burn orders him to come along, and he'll explain the whole situation, but Sho questions the results of his refusal. Goralia tells him that Silky is far too tired, so even if he wanted to go home, he can't right now. Sho repeats himself, "What if I refuse?" So Burn threatens to make him comply. Sho grows all the more defiant, but Goralia tells Burn to back down. Burn murders that these upper worlders are just burning with aura power, as expected. As I reread over this, I'm finding my own typos, but this guide that I'm having to rewrite at present is like, well, it's a first draft. It needs to be recovered, so I'm gonna ignore my little typos and have someone else go over it later. Meanwhile, back over here at the Argonauts, Marvel points out that the light of the Aura Road has petered off, and he explains that this means Drake has summoned more upper worlders. I can't help but correct my own problems. And they likely got picked up by Drake's side. Keen suggests that maybe there are more people like Marvel who refuse to submit to Drake. Bright asks about this man, Drake, hearing that he plans on conquering the world. Originally, Bison World didn't have any tech like the upper worlders for creating aura battlers. It's like sticking a robot in medieval Europe, Judo says. Marvel goes on to say that aura battles were created by one Shot Weapon. And why? These names are so weird, Tomino. What are you doing? Who brought upper world technology and knowledge with him when he was summoned. Camille remembers that name, but noting that he's written a lot of papers in the scientific community, with Emma adding that the last reports that she saw were that he was missing. But she never would have imagined that he was here in some other world creating robots. Folka chimes in that even here there are people who would try to use fighting in order to keep... Wow, I can't even read today. I'm so sorry, people. Folka chimes in that even here there are people who try to use fighting in order to stop further fighting. Nee retorts that it's not like they like it, just had Rimmel's father not gotten such ideas in his head and stopped, things wouldn't have been this way. Marvel adds that Rimmel is Drake's daughter, and one of Nee's close friends. Well, friends. Folka says that Nee's way of thinking is Folka says that Nee is thinking way too simplistically to think that he could change the way someone's thinking. Damn! Even my grammar's bad sometimes. What? Folka says that Nee is thinking way too simplistically to think that he could change the way of someone's thinking when they have that sort of world-conquering ambition. No, my reading's just bad. He tells his upper worlder to shut up, as if he'd know about that. But Polka's not like most upper worlders. He doesn't even go here. Jam returns, confirming that 3 new people were summoned, which means too bright that 3 more people just went missing back home. Lee says that the plan is to strike tomorrow morning, but Lena worries if it's to rescue the 3 people who were summoned. Lee says that's only if everything goes well, because if those 3 resist, if they chose to fight at Drake's side, then Wu cuts them off, saying that they should just go ahead and get some rest. Maybe I'm just bad at reading. That could also be the case. I would not be opposed to my readings being bad. Back at Drake's castle, Byrne is showing the 3 newbies the aura battlers known as the Drumler. Tokomaku gushes over the aura battlers, which Todd would much rather see the cockpit itself. Byrne will allow them, only if they cooperate. I looked away. Todd is all in and takes a look inside, saying that they look simple enough to operate, though Sho disagrees with its simplicity. Byrne tells Sho that Upperworld has come with a lot of aura power, which makes the aura battlers move based upon thoughts rather than controls, which is very much like an Ava, it sounds like. Tokomaku says that they should still learn to fight the right way of controlling aura battlers. Sho doesn't think too much of this aura power, but Byrne assures him that it's there and will respond to him if he calls upon it. All things aside, Todd's definitely signing on. So now we're here at the screen. So we're gonna go ahead. I might distribute my meager penance into the people that I'm using to put in hurt, such as, well, this is equipment. You can have a +2. Polka. Yeah, that's the Metis. So let's give that to the Metis. Put Polka in the air. Give Kochoki some defense. Give Zeta this energy recovery. I think that's about it. And then spend money. That's that. What about Kochoki? Kochoki gets set ready. And we save on the second route. Look at that. Here we are. Route the 2. So let us proceed to a place with lots of bug robots. Also, I have to get to that point where here we go. Let's go! Stage 5. Holy Warriors. Somewhere in Byston Well, Team Acro is activating the Acro Bunch. The kids wonder just where they are, so Tatsuya says wherever it is, it feels kind of romantic and adventurous. Leo jokes that Dad can't go without eating in a place like that. Reika explains that they were in Tokyo shopping when this bright light hit, and suddenly they were here. Hiro notices that some unusual creatures are lurking about nearby, piquing Jude's interest. Miki asks Reika if she brought the stuff, but she says that since they were in a battle nearby, she kind of just abandoned it and ran back to the Acro Bunch. Hiro worries that they've got to start this adventure by finding food first. but at least he figures that they could catch some fish in a river nearby. Reika whines, but she's put in place by June, saying this isn't the time or place to be picky. The Goprin tribe appear, led by Commander Shiro and Kurogunki, who says that no matter what tricks Team Acro have, no matter what tricks, Team Acro won't be able to slip by them so easily. Hiro wonders if they were tailed, but Commander Shiro says there was a reading of Quetzalcoatl indicating that it was in Tokyo. Miki's confused as to why something like that was even Tokyo at all. Tatsuya says that somehow the Goprin tribe have gotten information on the Quetzalcoatl being in Tokyo, and there's probably some connection between that and being sent to wherever here is. So, likely, there's a gate in Tokyo sending people to where the Quetzalcoatl is. So it's probably worth checking the place out. Kurogunki says they'll kill Team Acro first and conduct the search on their own terms. So, this is the Acro Bunch. They are a multi-pilot machine. I didn't grab my paperwork out of the drawer, so let's get that. So we can go over whom we have. Now, I vaguely remember the names of these people, just having looked at stuff. So, pilot abilities. This is Tatsuya, the dad of the team. Looks like he's got... That's not defense. That's not that. That could be strong arm. It's really hard to read it. It's not good luck. Encouragement. That's what that is. Encouragement. Increases the main pilot's morale. Oh, there you go. He's already got 10 morale. Also with potential and support attack. Let's see. No. Let's see. Okay. This is probably Rio. That is one of the people. Yeah, that's probably Rio. I think this is Hito because the square is an O sound. O. Huh. Did I not name them all? I don't know who they all are. I'd have to check the other guy. And this is probably Reika. No, that's Miki. It's only 2 characters. And that's Reika. But only Pops has skills. Okay. And they have 2 pages of weapons. But they also have 6 pages of spells. Double experience, recovery, accuracy, focus, iron wall. Oh, he has disturbance. Nice. And shout, which we're going to go ahead and hit that up. Reika here has Axel. We're going to hit that up. Alright. And that's self-healing and outward healing. Let's go ahead and engage. So, during testing, there's absolutely no way to kill any of the boss units. You can kill the grunts. And I'm not saying, oh, you can't kill them, it's impossible. I'm saying you don't have the time or movement range to do so. But at the same time, we also have to go all in order to get the 4 kills that we can get. Gotta put in as much damage as we can. could have cast Iron Wall, but why? Oh, we doing a dash cutter? Oh no, that again. Oh, oh! Skranda cutter! Okay, so round 2. Like, even if I rush over there, I'm sure you can't get enough hits in to kill them. So we're just going to focus on these fools. Go ahead and get this extra money. I don't know that it'll matter, but let's go ahead with extra experience. Go ahead and self-heal. Nothing else we can do here. Let's go ahead and get that accuracy in. Oh, I'll be right back. Now we have food and beverage. So let's get back about crushing our foes. Damn, that actually isn't the order that I wanted. It's fine. It should be fine. Maybe not. No. I was hoping you'd have moved. It's totally fine. This isn't the path that I want, but it is possible to destroy these 4. If you play it out correctly. I clearly did not. And someone has learned more healing. As the battle rages into the second enemy turn, Commander Shira... Oh, into player turn 2. What am I saying? Commander Shira is frustrated that her chumps can't defeat the protagonist robot, Acrobunch. But Kurogenki shouts that there's a Quetzalcoatl waiting. Shouting that they need to get at it first, the goblins scuttle off. Hiro notices they seem to be as prepared as ever. So Miki whines about getting something to eat. Tatsuya says that they can't let the Quetzalcoatl fall into Goblin Triumph's hands, and so they too flee. The map is empty for exactly half a second until the speed of unit deployment changes that. And Gralia arrives with Sho, Todd, and Tokumaku, all in new training aura battlers called the Dunbai. Gralia swears she just saw something here not too long ago. In other news, though, Todd says that the Dunbai is a piece of work, even for his first time out. Sho calls out Tokumaku for not flying in formation like the rest. But Todd calls him out like some kind of know-it-all about machines that drain your energy as fuel. Shot was also lurking around somewhere, explaining that an aura battler draws aura from its pilot, but the pilot can increase their aura limits via training. Todd wonders why a robot specialist like him created something that even works this way, but Shot threatens him to choose his next words carefully, since he has the rank and clout here in Byston Well. Bright and the boys arrive! Gralius tells Sho on the spot to take them out. They are the enemy. Tokumaku and Todd are ready to rock, but Sho's a little hesitant. Nee says that they're out testing new models, making Bright realize that they need to take them out before any more reinforcements arrive. Like that. You don't realize that the new recruits from the upper world are amongst enemy troops, so he'll try to simply disable them. Marvel warns not to underestimate an aura battler's power, since it operates under the pilot's aura power, which is a sort of strength of will, like a stand. Volker realizes that works the same principle as his Yaldabal. Surprising marvel, something else like that exists in the upper world. Camille has to correct her that Folka is from a completely different world entirely. Rose scolds everyone for their idle chatter, saying they need to focus on enemies in front of them and trying to disable them. Marvel is going to be pretty damn difficult, but, well, she'd like to see them try if they can manage. So we are deploying. Number 6. Got it. We get 9 units. So Folka gets to be number 9. You're benched. 1, 2... 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there's the rest of the dialogue. I thought I just skipped over it. Oh, so we have new people. So, force deployed here is me. Oh, hold on. Let me check the other guides, because the other guides will tell me what's going on. What's what. Let's see. We get the Zelana, which is Nil's machine here, or such is my understanding. He has... what is that? I think that's Commander. So hard to read. I should have made this big. But I want to get everything on one page. Okay, me does have commander, alright. And then what's this other thing? Sniping! Shooting weapons range up, and range and power up. Cool. And we have... I know the ship here... Oh, it can take a second pilot. Has healing and resupply. Repair and resupply. I can talk. And he has dodge, focus, and exo. We might as well talk exo. Over here is Keen. Keen has support, attack, and support, defend. Keen is piloting this Flo. I actually don't know the names of machines in Dunban. And over here is Marvel in the Dana O'Shea. She has Aura Battler level 2. Increases evasion and attack power with each level, allows you to use the Hyper Aura Giri, and support attack. She has a bunch of melee shit, but she's also paired up with Chan. Chan has luck, healing, and cheer. No, bless. I don't remember. Evasion, mercy, also the what is that called? Because I'm always getting it wrong. Paperwork. Aid. Take a weekend off and I forget how to talk. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. We can do this. So, Geta. Go down this way. That boy Polka is going to go off this way, because he can do stuff like by himself. He's also flying now. But y'all saw me do that. Smash his face. Mostly send everyone down. Send the bright boat kind of this way. You don't have XL, right? No. Oh, okay. Sure. Take it. Boom. It's more important that you get experience than anyone else. Moves. Choki. Butterfly monster. One hit KO. These Doro planes ain't shit. Neat. This entire recording session's been kind of awkward. That's a Doro plane. That's an aura barrier. Vulcans! Send in the getter. Excellent. Donna O'Shea, who has garbage range everything. Didn't take any damage last turn? Dang it. I guess technically Kochoki did? Well, I guess that's fair. Well, hold on. If you're gonna send you into the thick of it, might as well make you dang invincible. Oh no, barriers. When Tokomaku goes down, he worries about what he's supposed to even do. Despite his efforts, he actually crashes and dies on impact. He wonders why he didn't just eject. Marvel laments that, had he not been summoned, he wouldn't have had to die at all. And in my writings, in my planning, I forgot to take note of what this was. It's just a cartridge. Let me take that note. When Sho is shot down, he realizes that attacking our team might be a bit of a biased view that Drake's team forced upon him. Not wanting to simply die, Sho outright leaves. Marvel seems to realize Sho might be the kind of person they can talk to if they ever get a proper chance. So a lot of this silence that you're enduring right now is me having forgotten to turn my microphone back on after doing some typing. So the rest of my commentary will only be the necessary commentary and post. Please enjoy the 8-bit sounds of the Wonderswan as Camille obtains level 2 new type. When Todd is shot down, he bitches and moans some more before running away with the rest of the crew. And since I gave, or rather, since Marvel and Chan have Lucky, she gets the final kill for that extra $1. Hit him with the Oriniri. 4 damage. It's actually kind of hilarious. Use the big move. Necessary damage only. Gralia is defeated. She retreats also, citing that she doesn't want to die here. She drops items. Juno figures that was a bit easy. So long as the Doro fighter planes don't come in swarms, mobile suits should be just fine against them. Keen appreciates the lack of aura battlers that were here today. With the battle over, Brett finds that it was too easy, but Marvel explains that since those 3 had just been summoned, They hadn't really had time to get used to things here. Bright asks how they knew the Upperworlders were in those aura battlers. Keen explains that only a few natural Byston Wellers, or Wellians, I'm not sure how that goes, can pilot aura battlers, but anyone from the Upperworld would easily have enough aura to do so. Nee's feeling a bit cocky about the win, since we've interfered with our isekai powers. So he thinks they need to press the advantage they've gained. Marvel points out that Burn's drumlow wasn't there, so the main forces are actually somewhere else. She details that Burnings is Drake's army's commander, and Camille realizes that his lack of presence here is probably why everyone fled so quickly. The crew put down a couple of aura battlers so easily, the rest of the enemy squad just really wasn't giving their all. Bright asks a bit more about this Burn, and Marvel says that he's pretty good. So for now, they'll just go to the next area. On site at Drake's castle, Drake tells Byrne that Roman Given, Nee's father, has requested dialogue. Byrne thinks it's pretty bothersome, but Drake says it's a good chance to scout out some of the enemies, so prepare the aura battlers, just in case. Back here at Roman Given's estate, Byrne and Sho are being welcomed by Marvel, the latter recognizing her. Byrne claims his troops were attacked by a mysterious aura ship that was believed to be with the House of Given yesterday. He'd like for Roman to explain. The Roman retorts that it wasn't the reason they came to talk. Nee counters that he heard Drake's troops were rumored to be moving around the country of Me, so he's got some explaining to do. Byrne flips that around, asking if Nee attacking and killing their troops was justified by that rumor. Roman also wants to know about the aura battlers coming from their territory. Nee even has photographic evidence of a Doro plane amongst the aura battlers. Looks like Drake's amassed an amount of power never seen before in Byston Well. Byrne tries to get things back on track, asking what it is they were even called here for. Roman wants to buy the services of Byrne and his troops. Sho wonders if Roman thinks they can buy people off so easily. Byrne says doing so will be very expensive, but Nee shouts that they're willing to pay if it'll stop Drake's ambition. Byrne says that even without his troops, Lord Drake's view won't change. Though Nee whines that Byrne is the most respected amongst Drake's soldiers, Byrne says that Nee seems to think he can just buy people so easily. Did he buy the Upperworlders too? Off to the side, Chim is giggling about realizing that Byrne has a soul following him about, and he's just spilling all sorts of secrets. Byrne says that Drake's begun producing aura battlers that even normal troops can use. One of Byrne's soldiers notices Cham and interrupts Byrne's briefing. Byrne seems to pick up on what's going on and asks Roman for more time to talk things over. They'll have until tomorrow morning to consider. Though once he's outside, he tells his troops to get ready for battle. Because, fuck that spine shit. Now back inside, Keen wonders why Byrne brought the summoned Upperworlders with him. Marvel thinks they simply plan on using them as manpower for their war, but Volka says it's probably to give them experience here outside of the battlefield. Nee notes that with this, even if Byrne doesn't return, they'll be able to get the royal family to mobilize their troops. Bright asks for an explanation, so Nee says the Swole family, the Swole they attach to Byrne remembers him and can be used as evidence. Quattro doesn't believe that Byrne is that gullible though, but Cham reassures that Nee's plan is totally perfect. Roman warns Nee not to be overconfident with his plan, and they should be ready to report to the royal family. Vulcan doesn't seem to think it'll go that easily. Quattro agrees, saying we need to strengthen parameters here. Now, as for that little fast forwarding while I was talking, in the original recording, I realized that going line for line, or sentence for sentence in my translation from the original, a lot of that ended up being completely out of order once I got to reading it on the screen. So I had to readjust, because it just didn't match up, but now it does. And now I thank y'all for watching. And as always, see you.